Hi guys. So I'm sorry I'm out again today. I have a doctor's appointment and it's a cardiologist appointment because it's annoying, but whatever. I'm fine. Everything's fine. I just have to like spend a day at the doctor. Lame. Um, so physical science, what you are going to do today, you have this beautiful simple machines chart to fill out. So in the textbook on pages 138 to 146, there are all sorts of different simple machines that do work or use forces with one motion. So the inclined plane, for example, it's just a ramp, and you're going to write a little description that could be straight from your definitions that you wrote the other day, but I would like you to summarize it a little bit differently, like use your own words. So you might not know what to say about a ramp, but when you get down to like wheel and axle or a pulley, things are going to be there. There's an easier way to say it, like so say it in your own words. Then for the diagram, there are some diagrams in the textbook that show the forces, like the force you would use with a lever, and then the force that the lever puts out. So you will diagram those forces. Just copy one of the diagrams. There might be a few, but copy one of them into this chart. And then on the back of this page, there are images of a bunch of different types of simple machines. So you're going to pick which ones match up. So like the ceiling fan, what is that going to be an example of? What is this little what is this little block of wood that's ending up like that would slide under a table? What is that an example of? What is this handle on the fire extinguisher or the hammer? What are those examples of? So list those all in this example column of your chart, and you should have multiple examples for every single one. After you do that, you are going to do this little efficiency reading. Oh, and the chart, you can do this with your whole group. You can split up, like have each person take a different machine or two different machines, whatever you want to do, but everyone must have their own paper. Then if you get stuck somewhere, there's an example on here of a completed chart with some diagrams. Like this is what last year's class did from like they all filled it in as a class. After they did the chart, every team took one that they were confident with and filled it in. So there's an example on there of a completed chart. So after you do that, you are going to do this work and machines reading, and it's not seeming to want to load. Oh well, things do that sometimes. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so you're going to read a little bit about efficiency and machines, and then how machines use forces, which we've already talked about forces, to do work, and explains what that is. So you're going to read about efficiency, how to calculate it, all that. And then there are 10 questions on the back. Most of these are like fill in the blank, true, false, multiple choice. There are only a couple of like simple calculations and little short answers. So there won't be too much that you'll have to do there. And you should turn in your simple machines chart. Every single person who's here today should turn that in, but then you can keep the efficiency reading if you need to finish that at home. So that's it. Physical science, you guys get to work. Message me on Remind if you have questions, and I'll try to get back to you whenever I can. I'm just not sure how long things are going to be. All right. So physics, you guys have a test review to do. So you've got this beautiful one-dimensional motion review, and there are a lot of like multiple parts, like true false questions, like which of these are true, all kinds of things with diagrams, blah 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 blah, and you've got multiple choice questions. Let's see, so you've got practice for that. You've got things with like how to diagram something, like how to draw these little motion diagrams down below to practice doing that. You've got practice graph graphing, we should know all about that, and reading graphs, going from position time to velocity time, all of this, and then interpreting things from graphs. And finally, we get down to the actual like practice problems. So this is similar to what your test is going to, the types of problems that are going to be on your test. Your test is obviously not this long. This should cover a lot of the material. I had lots of requests from students to give you guys more practice on your reviews. And the answer key to this is going to come up. It should be later this evening at the very latest. So the answer key to that is going to be posted on Canvas, and I'll try to remember to send it out on Remind. I'm going to, if I don't, send me a remind and say, hey, Ms. Baker, please do this. And then next class on Monday, we will have our motion test. And of course, I am here, I am available in the classroom on Friday during all 3 lunches, so you can definitely come and get help and ask questions there. All right, so that's it. I hope you guys are understanding what you're doing today, what your tasks are. You don't have to turn in physics. You don't have to turn in the test review. You can keep that. I want you to keep that. I want you to study from it, and you are not going to have an open note test this time. So it's going to be a real test. So actually do your work and study, because this is very process and procedure oriented. Okay, well, that's it. Good luck. See you tomorrow.